Hello, everyone. I'm coming to you autumn day today in Northern California, and I was just kind of going over some reading from a book called "Bring the War Home." It's by an author, Kathleen Belew. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing her name. And just kind of, I've read it before a couple of times, and just go over some of my notations in the book and the highlights. And then I start to reread the chapter on the Timothy McVeigh bombing of the Oklahoma city building. And that, of course, that happened in 1995. I was a very, very young woman, just starting out on my own back then. But I do remember when I was at work hearing about that bombing and then just the subsequent destruction. It also brought up the memory of the Oprah show where she had some of the survivors. And a couple of the survivors, they had lost their children because they had a daycare center in that building. And I believe 19 of those children were basically executed due to that bombing. Earlier, a few years earlier, there was the Waco incident too. I guess the Branch Davidian group that got burned. The government, I guess, had burned down the building with children and women and men inside because of I guess, the cult that was going on in there. And then I juxtapose that with many of the things that we are aware of now about policing, and including the military, just kind of giving a wide berth to them folks, to white people. You hear many times of the perpetrator that police officers are going to arrest or question, and they'll wait to the last minute until the perpetrator, if they're white, to pull out their guns before they even begin to get anywhere near violent with them back. Whereas a black man or even a black woman can simply put their hands outside of their car, and because these same people fear for their lives, they start just unloading their firearms at them. It's really, really something. I mean, I know with this particular book, the author is very good about um, just kind of filling you in at regarding the homes of these individuals being packed full with all kinds of weaponry. And you think that you juxtapose that to the kind of psyche that they must have, even though that in every stratosphere of their lives here in America and abroad, they are told how great and wonderful and superior they all they all are to mankind or everybody else on the planet. And yet the weaponry, and the amount of it and the kinds of weaponry that they have tells you the unfathomable fear that must be crawling inside of them. And so I am, this kind of proves to me that as I was reading about the Timothy McVeigh chapter, the bombing of Oklahoma City, um, of this book, I read the whole book, but just kind of reviewing this, um, the creator of the universe turned my attention toward it. Um, you know, I something tells me that what will probably happen to these people will be on the level of Sodom and Gomorrah. And unfortunately, I mean, this remains to be seen, but unfortunately, they may all have to go to sleep for a little while. Yeah, and I mean a sleep where you can't wake them, um, or they don't wake up naturally. Um, that might have to um, happen, um, so that everybody else can get their bearings on the planet and what to do and how to move next, especially the children of Israel, the children of Judah. Um, and then we would probably have to establish um, a program where we begin to bring them back through resurrection slowly and just kind of maybe one by one on that level, kind of be able to deal with them, to give them the remedies of being able to live with people and to work out any of those issues that they may have that would lead them toward one serving an evil force that would try to promise them, I guess, everlasting life or genetic superiority or dominance. I don't know. I don't know what Satan promised them, aside from them ruling the world, but that hasn't even secured their genetics if they're still dying out. So that has been proven to be a lie. Um, but I think that there's going to have to be some type of program or something or another that could possibly deal with this evil disease or evil producing disease of white supremacy. And and so I think that the crisis administration will be tasked to kind of work that out in conjunction with the Most High God and the angels who will be here. Um, but yeah, that's one thing that's been brought to my mind right now as I was reading this again, just going over it, of what could be the remedy for them. And I mean, maybe there's a few that could be spared, and go to a different landmass or territory where they can reside, and the kingdom administrators or representatives can go and touch base with them and just kind of work with them as the small group that they are. Um, but unfortunately, my belief, and this is just my belief, that this is a runaway train that has literally gone off the tracks. And so, with any disease, the best thing is to uh, stop it in its tracks, isolate it if you can, and apply a remedy, or you may have to flush the whole system of that disease out and then study the disease and see what remedies that can help it, or it can, I mean, I don't know, I mean, there's something, there's whatever the creator of the universe will do in these last final moments of this world will be just, and it will be for all peoples, and that includes white people in the interim, um, because what they have done to this planet is beyond the pale. One could even say that it's probably unforgivable, what they have done, from the skies to the land to the waters and to the below, even to the core of this planet. Um, to all the animals, they don't leave anything. They have there's nothing that they left untouched. So, but that was just one thing that just came up, that even if they were to go arrest as a whole people, that through mercy, the creator of the universe may charge the children of Israel to have some type of program bringing them back and really dealing with this, so that if it's insecurity or if it's just pure hatred, that if possible, that could be rendered out if they themselves, um, as a group of people or as individuals, they themselves um, will allow the remedies to um, inculcate in their system, which will provide healing for them, so that they don't have to worry about any insecurities about their survival. So that is just what was brought to me in these moments as I was reading this over again. This is like my third time going over this book, but each time I know that the creator of the universe has given me more insight, so I do appreciate that. And that's all I wanted to say, and I think that's what is needed to be said. Thank you.